Hello, my name is Rita Otu. I am an agriculturist, a farmer, and a storyteller. There are many reasons why I love organic agriculture. Organic agriculture because it has no preservatives, it's better for environment, no GMO, and organic food makes us healthy. As a farmer, I work with young women farmers and we have a group we call Organic Women Network called OWN. OWN is just a platform that we train and educate farmers on why they should grow their food in harmony with nature because organic is life. So I want all the young farmers in Nigeria to join and grow your food campaign. Share your stories with the hashtag I grow your food campaign. Ekonke!
Welcome to the I Grow Your Food live stream. My name is Nieves and I am the Communications Manager at IFOM Organics International. We are a membership-based organisation working to bring sustainability to agriculture around the world. Today marks 5 years of I Grow Your Food. It is the first Global Action Day celebrating the people who sustainably grow our food. We started this in 2019 for farmers to share their experiences, challenges, and also to exchange with each other from all over the world. If you go to social media and follow our hashtag, you will see plenty of stories that I'm sure will inspire you. But for now, we are going to first of all host a live stream with INOFO titled Nourishing the World in Times of Crises, Farming and Food Production for the Future. And for this, I will hand over to Thales. He's an organic farmer and he's also the Global Relationship Manager at INOFO.
Thanks, Nif. Good morning from Brazil. Good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in this beautiful world. And it's a pleasure to be here sharing this moment with you all. So, as Nif said, my name is Thales, and I'm an organic agroforestry farmer placed here in Brazil. And I work with some mushrooms and vegetables, some fruits as well. And actually, now I'm the Global Relationships Manager of INOFO, the Intercontinental Network of Organic Farmers Organization. And we are here very happy to organize and share with you and with IFOAM this moment and this conversation. So before we continue, I would welcome our president, Shamika Mone. She recorded a video to us because she was not able to join online. So, Shamika, please share your message.
Hello and warm welcome to this live stream of I Grow Your Food. This is Shamika Mone, an organic farmer growing vegetables and different traditional rice varieties in India. And this time, the live stream is in collaboration with INOFO, Intercontinental Network of Organic Farmers Organization. INOFO is a self-organized structure within IFOAM Organics International, which focuses its core area on the challenges and the on-ground solutions given by organic farmers through their organic farmers organizations from different regions. We are currently in 72 countries from Asia, Africa, Latin America, North America, Oceania, Pacifica, and Europe. I hope you will meet some of the farmers today from 3 regions of INOFO and have a wonderful discussion with them, and will continue to meet every year from now. Thank you.
Thanks, Shamika. Beautiful message, and it just shows the INOFO spirit. And today we are here to have a conversation between some farmers that are friends as well about some ground experiences on organic farming and food production in time of crisis. And we, most of us small scale farmers, we faces different or very specific crises, but they are so diverse and yet so connected. For example, here in Brazil, I'm based in the south of the country, and Brazil is huge, as most of you know. We are facing a big inflationary crisis. It's about money, but it's about economics and it's about farming as well. So it affects and impacts our costs of production and also the cost of the products. So nowadays here in our country and in most of the Latin American region, it's cheaper to buy ultra processed food instead of buy natural food or healthy food, even not organic, but also organic food. And of course, the demand goes bigger and higher to the ultra processed food. And we have more challenges to sell our production or to find accessible markets and fair markets to us who are producing and growing, and also for the people who needs to eat. So it's just one example here in my place what we are doing and working. And to make this conversation more interesting and more diverse, I would like to welcome some friends and farmers from different regions. And first, please, Julitza, welcome. You are coming from close by me here, Puerto Rico, and I'm very happy to be here with you. I would also like to welcome Hans from Germany in Europe, another region and another reality. And finally, we have the lady, our friend Bibong from Indonesia. Welcome you all. I'm very happy to share this stage with you. So, oh, I think there is a train close by us. Huh? To start this conversation, I would like to ask you, Bibong, there in Indonesia, please introduce yourself. Tell us what are you doing there, your work, and what kind of crisis you have there, and maybe some solutions you found to that.
Okay, thank you, Thales. My name is Bibong. I am a farmer from I planted local rice with three local variety. Namely, it's pandan wangi. Wangi is the aromatic, and then red rice wangi, and then black rice wangi. In my location, I have to the challenges a part of the uncertainty weather like now, and then the mine crisis faced during the climate crisis is adjustment into the determining planting period, because our planted old type of rice, not a hybrid, and went through the planting period in 4 months and then 6 months for the black rice. Uh, Me and my husband, we are focusing on biodiversity or local varieties, especially for rice and vegetable and then beans on our farm, and then to share with another organic farmer that we must make it a priority and educate the consumer to eat some products that they depend on the season. I live in Jakarta, so some of our product sent to Jakarta, and then we are collaboration with the PS Parara Ethical Store in Jakarta. So we have a Sunday market in here in collaboration with Slow Food Jakarta Urban and Slow Food Parara. So we can to educate the customer how they to make something meals or something from the tuber, from the uh, vegetables, and then from the other specific variety from near our paddy field or our area in near Jakarta. So I think it's very important to educate the customer, because now the price is growing up, and then the customer is going to going to the place, but slowly, but I think we must to be make a difference or something innovative for the market to sell our product. Thank you.
Thank you, Bibong. Yes, this point of about the seeds and the genetics, it's very sensitive and it's very important that we all around the world are working on that. And I'm sure your rice should be delicious. So let me move to Germany, to Europe, from Asia to Europe, and ask you, Hans, please welcome and talk to us. I know you are very experienced farmer there. You have a lot of crops that you produce. So in Germany, we here in Brazil or maybe in South America, we have that vision that you have a perfect life, well developed and everything, but you sitting there, living there, what's the reality on the kind of crisis? Please share with us.
Hi, Thales. Yes, in some kind you are right. Yes, we are. Just for me, I'm my products. I'm a farmer in the southwest of Germany, and I have mainly laying hens selling the eggs directly, making noodles, and I'm growing cereals to feed the hens, but also to make flour or sell the grains of the cereals to the customers, all directly. About crisis, yes, a wealthy country, and that leads the people to get distinguished from their food. As Bibong said, the same at us, but even worse, because we have lots of things that people want to buy. So television 2 meters square and flying 3 times a year in holidays. So the first thing they want to spare money, and they don't want to offer money is food. So it has to be cheap. It has really to be cheap. So now it comes to some kind of crisis. The same at you, the climate crisis. You have at us. It's for the moment. It's an energy crisis because war in Ukraine. Yes, these things are getting more expensive. So the people see everything is growing in kinds of money. It's getting more expensive, and they will even more want to spare money at their food. So they go to the discounter, and there it is cheap because the discounter gets the food worldwide where it's most cheap, and they lose the connection to the farmers. And even in Germany, the small farmers have to struggle because their fuel is getting more expensive. They have to deliver for the big food processors. They have to deliver not only some 100 kilo of cereals, but if they want to deliver, they have to deliver a whole truck. That's the part at us. Always whole trucks. So the small farmers are getting in trouble and are vanishing one after the other, so that we have only more and more industrial farming in Germany. That's not good. Also in kinds of diversity of the grain, cereals, whatever.
For sure. Yes, you shared a lot of important topics, and sometimes the solution seems just like you have to scale up, but we are small scale farmers and we don't want to go to this logic, and it's a big challenge, huh? Here in Brazil, we follow this war far away, I mean, geographically, but the impact is also so huge on even on chemical inputs that normally comes from Russia, and now the I mean the soya farmers or corn or maize farmers, they are going to buy some organic inputs, and it makes it expensive to us small scale farmers, and it's going crazy. But yeah, interesting to understand that what impacts you there also is a reality for us here. Thanks, Hans. I will talk to you again. Let me move close to me here in Central America. We have Julitza. Welcome. Good morning. Bienvenida. So, Julitza, you are there based in Puerto Rico, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yes.
Good to have you here. Please share with us your reality there as a small scale farmer. What are you producing and what are the kind of crises you face?
Yes. Good morning, and thank you for the opportunity. We have an organic fruit farm project 15 years ago. I am the owner and also a producer. I work under the slow food community structure with other farmers as well. and it's something that has helped us go through the different crises that we have. The biggest crisis, adding to what you all said, that we're also having, we're on a small island, so we see the higher on prices bigger. It's the climate change and climate situations that we face here in terms of droughts, excess heats, excess humidities, and landslides, and excess water at times. That adding to the hurricanes, we've had three major hurricanes, 2 on the same year, and then 1 last year. Then hurricanes basically make us like start all over again with more knowledge, but we really have to keep improvising and adapting to a new reality. So it's very good for us that since the beginning we started preserving food. So basically we lower the amount of food that we lose, and so we dehydrate and we make different types of preserves to have the product available. But that's the major crisis that we're facing right now. It's the change of the rhythm of the earth, of how where things, like the cycles. Right now, it's almost like no cycle.
Wow, that's very unique. This hurricane reality. I can't imagine that because in Brazil we don't have it. But let me ask you, facing this kind of hurricanes and this climate, so feel the strength of the nature. Do you already developed a kind of resilient systems that can support the hurricane, or no? When the hurricane comes, you lose all fruit trees, all timber trees, and everything.
Well, you can use like several techniques. Like for the bananas and plantains, you can cut them in a way where the plant can grow really easily. Also, sometimes like some really good pruning techniques for especially trees can help. What really helps, like at our farm and other farmers that I know, is to have at least 50% of the farm under the ground. So this means like underground crops like tubers and spices like ginger, turmeric. So that has keep us like afloat when these types of events happen.
Yeah, that seems very smart, and it's beautiful. Thanks for sharing this experience, and I would love to visit and meet this kind of farming in your place once in a life. Let me come back to Hans. You were sharing with us this reality about the increasing of the price and the scale up to access logistic and sales. Over there, you a small scale or between your network there with your groups of producers, organic farmers, have you developed something to overcome this situation? How is that?
Yes, it's more or less working. We saw that the most important thing is to get the people, the customers, with us to show them. So one way is to get them on your farms, to make days of open door, as we call it, so they can see it, they can work it. We have also kinds of social agriculture. So you are at the base, you are offering your fields, and people can come and grow their own legumes or vegetables or things. That's also a solution. And we gather in the round of small scale farmers. We are together. We are exchanging even goods, but also information. And we see, if you are, for example, selling on a local market, you can people tell what's the story behind that, what they eat. And then you see, okay, they begin to think about, and they are willing to pay a higher price in what is a higher price. It's finally it's a price I need for my farm and the others need for their farms to survive and to grow their things in that small scale. A small scale which is really good for terms of biodiversity or to be resilient. Yeah.
Yes, that's totally true and inspiring too. And it's important for us farmers and even with consumers, because we are farmers, but in another hand, we also buy a lot of things, and we need this kind of consciousness to understand the importance, what is important and what is not that important. Okay, we want to buy some other not important things, but how to prioritize what has really value. And this comes to this education to look as an integrated society, and how to marketing. It's kind of marketing because, as you mentioned,
In fact, yeah.
some people or a branding purse or whatever clothes, they did a good marketing. So it's also up to us how to do a good marketing and to show. We don't need to use some marketing stories to lie or to make fake stories, because what we do is the truth, and what we do is the really important thing. So this comes to the education, and I would come back to Bibong. You have mentioned that in Jakarta you also talk to your customers there and you talk about the rices. How do you approach then, or how does it works in fact? Do you promote some workshops, or during when the shop is open, you just talk organically to the people? Share with us this, please.
Okay, thank you. I want to share about the education. Since June, we are to opening the Sunday market, and then we took together with the small scale farmer near the Jakarta and the Central Java, especially for tubers, for the flour of tubers, local, just only a local. We focus on local, not for from wheat or import product, just a local. And then we invite the consumer from the university, senior high school, and then every week on Sunday we are trying sago. For the example, we have black rice. The young people, especially a millennial generation, they didn't know about the taste of the black rice. So we can make it for fried or nasi goreng in Indonesia. We mix with the
Do
we
you
mix
approach then, or how do
what? Hello?
Sorry, it was maybe IT problem. Just keep going.
Okay. We mix a taste education, so the young people, especially they taste about it's okay the black rice, and then we can to sell of average, because we directly from farmer to the Sunday market, so we can they can buy something, especially for vegetable is half a dollars, 6,000 rupiahs. In here is around half a dollars for three people, maybe in the small family they can eat the sayur. We say sayur or vegetable is local menu. I think uh, it's good idea. So the some of customer every week uh, they to say with the others, and then they come back again, and then they know that in our area or our store is we sell something with the local that they didn't to find the others market. I think it's a good idea, and we already try for the from June until now. Thank you.
Sure. Yes. Thanks. It's very nice to learn about that. And here in Brazil, myself and my wife, we also do a street market. and we also talk to the clients. And when we start to teach how to cook or how to prepare differently some recipe, we sell everything. It's not about just going there and showing the products, but talking. That's a big education process that we are all sharing here. Let me ask you there, Julitza, your production, do you sell it directly to the clients? Do you sell it to like restaurants or public institutions? How do you market it? And about this education point, do you have some interesting um, expertise to share with us, or some challenge that you face? How is that in Puerto Rico for you?
So in Puerto Rico, we have we actually participate and help organize a farmers market. It's a slow food market in Aguadilla in the West Coast, and I also participate in another market in my hometown in Rincon. So that's basically the way we market our produce, and it has been going for like 12 years. So I already have I feel that I have a community around me with like all the customers that I've been seeing like all throughout the years, and the kids growing and people getting old and all that, which is it's very very nourishing for myself, and for to have the strength to continue, because it's not easy at all. We also sell to some restaurants, but the main way we do it is through the farmers market. And yes, it takes a lot of energy to be all the time educating and showcasing a lot of products that people have no idea they exist. It's challenging, but at the same time, when you get feedback from these customers that you see and are in a way part of your life, it really helps. So and it helps grow a strong community, which is what I think can help us go through difficult times, that wish the ones that are coming and like the ones that we leave.
For sure, yes. It was funny to see our faces here when you shared that it's hard to be there, always telling about. We were all like, oh yes, it's hard. But then you say, it's nice when people come back, and then we were like smiling. So yeah, that's the truth we all face. And the reality around here in Latin America, or even in Europe or in Asia, it comes closer, no? I always make a joke like we are like magicians, because we do magic. We have to grow, we have to take care of the farm, and then we have to market, we have to make some marketing. Nowadays, with all this technology, going to social medias and everything, and then we have to do like some finances and accountability. And wow, it's a magic that each of us and a lot of small scale farmers around the world, they do it. So let me see here if from the audience we have questions to our panelists. Congratulations and big thanks, work done. Do you get government support, such as subsidized inputs, market access, advice, training? Let me start here, Bibong. Do you have any kind of this about the question?
Okay, thank you. Our government is support for certification, organic certification, part, not for globally. But in our local market, farmer markets, Sunday markets especially, we use PGS because it's cheap. And then for small scale farmers, it's okay, especially for family farming. They can to sell about the banana or ananas and the others local food, especially from Indonesia, like salak and so on. And then for the market asset training, some of us, especially for the family farming, and a part of they have a certification of profession as organic technical for the make a manure or make a organic pesticide and so on. But I think in Indonesia it's a very expensive for certification a third party. So we use the PGS. In PGS in Indonesia, we have a lot of PGS, and from IOA we have a PAMOR, and then from Parara we have a PGS for the specific products, especially for sagu, especially for rice, especially for sugar, and then especially for the other thing. Me and my team, we have a 7 basic for manual PGS with specific product, not for the all. And then PAMOR we have for horticulture product. I think it's okay. Then I hope our government to be accepted about the PGS. Thank you.
Yes, you are on the way. We did in Brazil, so my farm is also certificated by a PGS, Ecovida, and it's recognized for the Brazilian government. So you will get there for sure. Good to know about it. How about there in Puerto Rico, Julitza? Do you have any kind of support for this all this question there in any case?
It, to talk about government support, we will have to talk a little bit about politics in the island. We are a colony, so we have basically 2 governments. And also, going through that, at least our farmers market is a private market, so and we don't accept government food stamps. It's a government help to get food, which half of the island population more or less have. There's like a very a tedious process to get into that. We've been working to get together small farmers to be able to get this benefit. We do have subsidized inputs, advice, and training from the government. The main problem to access this is that small farmers, we have a lot of work in the farm, and to get into all this structure and most of us paperwork that we have to do, having such a limited time, it's very complex to comply with this. And but yes, they are available, and yes, we have farmers within our network that take a very good advantage of this.
Wow, yeah, that's very different reality, but interesting to know about it. And taking also the stage here to share in Brazil, we have a very important public policy about market access that our government buys organic food to feed the public schools or public hospitals, and they pay 30% higher from the conventional production. So it guarantees a lot of sales for the farmers. Of course, you have to fulfill some criterias as a small scale organic certification and everything. But after that, you can sell all your production to the government. They will take like about 2 months to pay you. But it's interesting that some farmers, they are not willing to develop their own market. They don't want to go to big centers or cities to sell. So it's a good opportunity here for us from our government. And if I have to say, of course, Germany has some kind of subsidies, but maybe I'm wrong. Let me know about it with you, Hans.
Yes, we do have. We have a lot of programs to subsidize the organic farming with different names. Also, mainly it's money from the European Union, but also from Germany. But you have to take a look deeper. You said Brazil is paying for organic goods to feed it, to offer it in schools and things. We are not so far in Europe. What a pity. At the first glance, they call out the politicians, we want to have 25% organic farming. But on the other hand, and they pay for it with different means. But on the other hand, they have also programs who contradict those efforts to go to organic. So you have lots of work in Europe to bring the organic food in schools or in hospitals or things. Because it's always in Europe a matter of money. So some cents or euros more, and then you're out. So it's a hard work, but we should go there. We'll see. For example, it would be easy if a government says, okay, we want to have 25% of organic farming, but you go to the government's canteens and food points, yes, you don't find any organic things because it's too expensive. Yes, we'll not do that. One word to the advice. The advice on organic farming, at least in Germany, is mostly done by private organizations like us, Naturland or so. From the government side, there is not so much offer. A little bit money to establish, but not so well so broad.
Yes, thank you. And sometimes it's important, this PP, so public and private working together, that makes really
yes, would be important,
challenge.
but it's also dangerous. Yes, you have then
Different.
interests, monetary interests. So it's not so easy.
No, for sure. No, really not. So we have another question here from Patricia Flores. Great, inspiring work. Thank you. How is your connection with research organizations to bring not only more and diverse solutions, but also evidence of the impacts in the food system? Julitza, you have mentioned that you are part of the slow food movement. Are you
Yes.
connected there with kind of research organizations, and do you do some work on this direction?
Yes, we've been working with an organization called Reach to Reefs on a reforestation project, and it's basically a long-term regeneration on areas that have been facing, at least we have a farm that used to be a sugarcane production, and if you don't know, sugarcane acidifies the soil. So after 10 years of sugarcane production, the soil is practically, like useless. So we've been like working in that project along with this organization, and this organization works with the university. And also we have friends that are professors. So when we have specific problems of pests or things that we don't know that are happening, we have people to call to come out with more solutions.
Nice. Yeah, that's very important. You over there, Hans, in Germany, you are a member of Naturland, which is a national, even international organization. I don't know if inside the structure of Naturland, do you have a research department, or do you have a partnership with research organizations that bring these evidences of the impact of food system and organic agriculture?
The latter thing. So we have no dedicated department for research, but we are going to into projects where research is done, and also we connect with universities and things like that. So there is research going on, and there are interesting outcomes. Yes, that's a fact. A little bit sad is that for the research or for the outcomes of the research from our side, what we know, we spread among our farmers. That's no point. But for not naturland farmers, it's a little bit tricky because there are so many different organizations or projects or things where it is which have good ideas, but it doesn't come to the farmer. As a small-scale farmer, even we as direct seller, we have no spare time to sit 3 days, 4 days, gathering all the informations and news or things. That's too lot of work. But there is no point, at least in Germany or not in Europe, where it is gathered in one portal, for example, yes? Best practices. No, you have to look there and over there in the internet. That's a little bit sad.
Yes, and it's very new. Ecology, which is a place that we try to gather these best practices and show evidence. And it's a place maintained by the government that it's open and for free to all society, but focused on farmers to share and to teach, to promote workshops and everything to evidence these best practices. Um, I would change the question there to
I
you,
would prefer-
Bibong. Here, Alejandro.
Yes.
There's some connection problems, I guess.
Yes, I didn't hear your voice.
Did you hear me, Bibong?
No.
Yes, come, Hans.
Thales, just repeat the question to Bibong. We didn't hear it.
Maybe my connection is not that good here, but please move ahead.
Bibong, want to
enter the market.
Question highlighted?
So we seem to be having issues there with Thales. So I'm actually just going to step in quickly and let you know that Bibong, Thales was addressing a question to you that has come from our audience. And the question is, what is your biggest challenge when trying to enter markets?
Okay, thank you. I think the big challenge to enter the market is for organic for all people, not for the specific weekend to be organic for everybody, organic for for the everybody. And then I think we can to make something idea or innovation for the how to make a market, and then we must to ask with the millennial, because our next generation didn't it's not our, but the next generation is the millennial chance. They say that they must to make to have a nice taste, and then the small size, and then how the packaging is modern or something for the millennial. I think the first, and then the second, we must to make to prepare, especially for the our in the crisis, climate crisis or something. We must to make urban farming in our area, especially for something that you can eat, or you can to grow 1 month or 2 months or 3 months, and then we are going to try in maybe in the 3 months. 3 months ago, we asked to them, for especially for the young people, and then they say it's okay. They can to grow something in near their home or near on your apartment or something. Thank you.
Thank you, Bibong. And I believe that Thales will be back in a second, but before he returns, we have one more question. Julitza, maybe, there's Thales. I'm just going to read out the question, Thales, and then step out again. And the question is, how do you see future crises and how do you prepare for other crises? Thank you.
So
for Julitza, sorry.
Okay.
Yeah.
How do I see future crisis? I just read yesterday that hurricanes are just it was in Nature journal that it doesn't seem that it's going to go down either in strength or in recurrence. So having said that, I think for preparation, I just how I prepare making my community stronger. That means my neighbors, my colleagues, my people that share my same view and practices on farming. And that means helping and a lot of times not doing what I have to do to help others be at the level that will be required. Also learning how to use what you have available and knowing how to preserve it. And so that's how I prepare personally for future challenges. I don't think the prices of the food are going to go down any sooner. And I think that as at least in our reality, the more people that are aware of it, which is not focused and it's not talked in politics or in, so like real solutions are not, I mean, it's okay if you don't know what to do, but it seems that in politics, you're not allowed to say that. So there's not much attention paid in future crisis other than, just like put a little tape in here and there and that's it. So that's my way of preparing, just having a strong community around me where I can rely, where I can have support, emotional support, and also help to maintain the farm going and having and keeping up the goal of feeding people and being happy with doing that.
Wow, what a life, really important aspect of human being and community at collective work. So to start here our closing, this conversation has been so interesting and we would spend a lot of time here. But as our panelists also shared, we have to do a lot of things as well during the day. We have a lot of work with you. I would start with you, Julitza. If you want to share a close statement from your side, your perspective, or what we have talked here together, please welcome. Yeah, did you hear me? Are you there?
Yes.
Julitza? Yes?
Yes. So
did you hear me? Okay.
No. So
Let
thank
me
you.
ask you.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Please.
To do a closing statement. Yes. From your side to us, to the audience, and a key message if you want to share.
I feel very honored to be part of this panel. I'm very happy to get to know Hans' work. For me, a 50-acre farm is not a small farm. Here in the island is very tiny, so it's actually a big project. And Bibong, I admire that you are saving and keeping the ancestral seeds, which is so important because the evolution of those seeds have been for such a long time, and somehow not a lot of people really know that. And I thank you, Thales from INOFO, It's been a very big privilege, and I feel honored to be part of this. And thank you to all the audience also.
Thank you so much. It was so inspiring to hear and learn from your experience. Hans, please, my friend, come to the close statement from your side over there.
Yes, I'm also pleased to of being here, even though I'm in international scales, not a small scale farmer, but in Germany I am. It's interesting that no matter how big we are, the farmers who are called small scale farmers, who are with his heart on their ground and on the field in the farming, yes, they have the same problems, and they are good enough to find solutions to get resilient. I wish that we can learn also the big scale farmers or others, politicians, to keep that things that we have to face future crises, because we don't know which form has the future crisis, and the only way is to get to be able to do our work and to grow our food for the people over there. And I hope that is seen and that is appreciated. That's for me. And finally, that maybe some politicians will do some decisions who are not popular but helpful to face the future crisis. Thank you.
Mhm.
Thanks. Really important. Bibong, let me come with you to the closing words or key
Okay.
message if you want to share with us, please.
Okay, thank you very much. And for I can to share something, or we can to discussing about the organic. For my last statement is the supporting family farming at the all level, in supporting in policy, especially in locally, and then we must do supporting for the international, and then for the others return and try to find a local plant around the fields or something or area, or and try to educate consumer through the CSR, consumer supporting agriculture, or farmer market for resilience, and make to organic to be inclusive. Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much. From my side, I would thank you very much, you all, to accept this invitation to join, to give your time that we know that's very precious, to share and to conversation here and to learn and also to share really your ground experiences. That is very important. From my side, from INOFO and also from IFOM, it's a big pleasure to be here with you, and we will have this conversation recorded so we can watch it again, or the audience, if they want to share widely, please. We also thank you.
Well,
I have a statement that we say we are the organic farmers, we are the seeds of tomorrow harvests, and adapting it for the crisis. No, we are the main actors for this global crisis that we each of us carry a big responsibility to face it. Even in 1 acre or 10 acres of land, each of us plays a very key and important role to face that. So thank you very much. I would handle now for Neve from last words, and then we close this session.
Thank you, Thales, and also thank you also to the farmers for joining us today. It was very insightful, and I'm sure not only myself, but also all of our listeners learned a lot. In fact, listening to you speak of the challenges, and Thales, you also spoke about how farmers need to be like magicians. It reminded me of something that Nelson Mandela once said. He said, "It always seems impossible until it's done." And when I listen to everything that you guys do every day, I think you really are showing us all how it can be done. On that note, I would like to thank everyone who joined us online and wish you all a happy I Grow Your Food Day. Please don't forget to go to all of our social media channels, follow the hashtag, react and share all of the content. Thank you and goodbye.
Мене звуть Андрій Марченко. У нас маленька сімейна органічна ферма «Світович». Протягом майже цілого року ми вирощуємо огірки, помідори, редис, капусту, салати і пряні культури, а також багато інших видів овочів. Мені подобається бути органічним фермером, бо ми жодним чином не шкодимо довкіллю. 20 років тому я прийняв рішення вирощувати овочі органічним способом, і від того часу я жодного разу про це не пожалкував. Було дуже непросто. Регулярні втрати урожаю, шкідники, хвороби, але ці негаразди тільки посилювали нас. Ми відпрацьовували агротехніку, відновлювали родючість ґрунту, вчились налаштовувати екосистему. І зараз я задоволений результатом. Це надзвичайно приємно вирощувати смачні, корисні продукти і отримувати вдячність від покупців.